We are back and we are talking about growing and scaling your business.
Scaling like weight?
Well, I mean, I didn't want to bring it up. It was kind of a heavy lunch. I'm sorry.
Oh, yes.
One at a time, please.
Growing and scaling. I get probably 30 to 40 emails a week from people trying to grow my business and saying that they could provide me with 15 more lead opportunities per month. The problems with these companies is they don't understand my industry.
Yeah.
And they probably don't understand the industries of anybody that they're marketing. The cleaning business is very difficult because when you're scaling, there is a huge outlay of money on the front end.
Mm-hmm.
And some of that you can work out with your new clients. But for the purposes of this episode, we want to talk about as you're growing, because I have seen so many companies grow so fast and people are just, wow, how the heck they going? And next thing you know, they're filing chapter 11, chapter 13. They're out of business because the money ran out, but they looked at their P&L statements and put, but we're money ahead. We're money to the positive, but they didn't have money to pay their bills because the float is a killer. Cash is king.
Yeah.
If you don't have cash flow, you don't have a business. It's understanding that, but it's even more than that when you're building your business in the cleaning industry. Unlike a lot of industries, when people buy your goods or services, you either ship it out to them from a location or they come to you. In the cleaning industry, you have to go to them. So you have to have a mobilized workforce. Now, does that mobilize mean that they're walking, riding their bicycle, riding a bus, driving a car to a location? So you have to find the right people. Well, how do you find the people if you don't have the money to be able to pay them? So you have to have some money set aside. In a previous episode, we talked about having a savings account and having to pull from that, or a business line of credit to be able to pull from. Having the people and the funds to pay them in this industry, you often don't get paid for 30, 45, 60, 90, even 120 days. So if you're getting paid in 120 days, well, then the person worked for 30 days before you could bill the client, you're holding that money for 150 days. So you have to have 150 days worth of payroll built up. Oh, but they need vacuum cleaners, brute barrels, they need an auto scrubber, they need all these other tools of the trade to use. So you have to buy this equipment. And that's usually, if you have terms, you can get it net 30. A lot of the larger pieces of equipment, you have to pay COD.
So the float you were describing is that sum of cash that the cleaning company owner has been wise enough to set aside, whether in lumps or in dribs and drabs, so that it is there for them to call on for those needs, covering payroll, covering new supplies, covering whatever the startup costs are for a new account, because that new account is the lifeblood of your business.
It is. In addition, your bidding and estimating better be fairly spot on. And you're hoping, again, we talked about this in a previous podcast, about trying to get that impact clean money up front so that you can do it. Otherwise, you're paying for the man hours or the person hours to do the cleaning until you bring it up to a level that's acceptable on your dime instead of the client's dime.
Now, I know during the episode on the impact clean, you'd urged collect as early as possible, collect at COD if possible. That available cash right there for the owner is always going to be important. Push for that, but also know when to eat it.
Yes. On a small once-a-week account that's 2 or 3 hours a night to do, you might be able to eat it on a small account. But if you have a 10-story building that's going to require 20, 30 employees, you're not going to be able to eat that kind of money. So you're going to need something up front. And you talk about it early on in the conversation with them, even maybe on the walkthrough, that, hey, these are the things that are going to need to be done. These are the things, because you want them to start thinking about it. We usually tell them that we need a startup package, and that startup package, if you agree to us, is going to be a set sum of dollars, and this is what it's used for.
Joel, before we close up, what would you advise the cleaning company owner who's not accustomed to negotiating? Some folks just aren't good at it.
That's very true. I wasn't early on either.
So we're here, they have an opportunity, this is a good account, but they've really got to get that lump of cash to get started, whether it's for the impact clean, whether it's to buy the equipment, whatever it is. They can't get going without it, and they're not strong negotiators. What do you tell them?
Still try to have that honest conversation with that client or that prospect, because the more honest and transparent you are from the start, the easier the startup will go. And if they really want you, they're going to be willing to give you that money up front with some, well, what are you going to do for me because I did this for you? So there's still some negotiation that goes on. Can the first billing happen 2 weeks later since we're going to pay you money up front? The other thing is, we talk talked about the perfect practice. Before you even go out, you should be standing, looking at yourself in the mirror and practicing or role playing with somebody that will give you honest feedback so that you get the confidence you need to ask for the money up front.
I know a cleaning coach.
Oh, that's right. Me.
You. Folks, when you're looking for a great cleaning coach, someone to really help you grow your business, contact Joel. Joel, thank you.
You're welcome.